All right, we have the two functions, we have the two graphs. Let's analyze these, applying the concepts and the basics of linear equations and functions and the specifics of this real-life problem. Okay, you've learned y equals mx plus b as a format for a line. Here's our mx, which means 14 is the slope. Positive 14, we have a positive slope, so that checks off. Now the plus b, there's nothing back here, so we're plus 0, which means the y-intercept, we're crossing the y-axis. This is the y-axis, x-axis, but specifically this is representing how much money you have spent. And initially, starting, you have not spent any. Your y-intercept is always your starting amount. Starting amount spent is 0, so that looks good. Positive slope, started by spending 0. Spending is increasing, the total. All right, let's look at amount remaining. Now, this is now y equals mx plus b format. We're going to have to rearrange and make it the amount spent or amount remaining is negative 14d plus 280 by switching the order. And that should be a plus b. Sorry about that. Okay, so now plus 280 as the y-intercept is our starting amount. We're looking at how much money do we have remaining? Well, we started with $280. We started with $280. That looks good on the graph. That makes sense. And then we're looking at our slope. Slope is negative 14, so we're expecting it to incline down going from left to right. Negative 14 represents spending. And that makes sense. That's reasonable. So this function is reasonable for the scenario, how much money is remaining. Okay, another thing we can look at on this one is we have the y-intercept as the starting amount. Now, as we're spending money, we can only spend money until we have none left. That's our x-intercept. The amount, this is amount remaining, is 0 here. So our x-intercept is 20, comma 0, where the x value, which in this case is the d value versus the m value. So instead of generically x and y, we really have d and m. This value is the amount of days it takes you to spend all of your money, and that was 20 days. Going from May 12th to May 31st, 20 days. The amount of money we'll have left is 0. So that makes sense. The point 20, 0 is the x-intercept. And over here, we started with 200, I'm sorry, no time has passed, and we have $280 at the y-intercept, or specifically the m-intercept for this problem. All right, thanks for watching. Next, I will get into inequalities, picking up from this point and using this information.